Yes, we did it. How you doing, Paul Caswell? How are you doing, mate? How are you doing? We are live, people. Get involved in the comments. We have done it. Come on, Everton.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is the first stream I've been on immediately after the game where we've actually won as well.
What a derby.
Oh,
what
mate,
a derby.
brilliant.
And Adam said 2-0 on the pre-match. I got him on the pre-match. Doesn't normally come on. He said 2-0. He was adamant 2-0. And what a win. What a win. Oh, this is amazing. This is... You just said you got to walk outside the house because they want you out of the house because you're going that crazy. Let us know how you're feeling, people.
Oh, mate, absolutely buzzing. They played brilliantly. Absolutely brilliant. Proper derby game it was. And I think Calvert-Lewin rightly deserved man of the match. He was awesome tonight.
Oh, loads of people, weren't they? There was literally loads of people that could have been man of the match.
Thought Jack Harrison had his best game. But Taki and
every Garner Gay as well. Garner Gay again.
Oh, Gay's our best midfielder. Tonight's proven that. He absolutely gobbled up their midfield.
Garner Gay was so good.
Oh,
James Garner was so good.
Player,
Everybody was so good.
You have
I ain't
to
got a problem with anyone.
Because Liverpool are a good team.
Oh, Charlie! Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling. We've got a few coming on tonight as well, I think. Paul's coming on. There's just so much to talk about, isn't there? Just so much good. They couldn't handle us, could they?
Another Goodison game I couldn't get to where we've won.
I know. I knew, do you know what? I've always had... people have laughed at me. People have laughed at me when I've said, like, we're going to win the derby. They're like, oh, you're off your head.
We spoke earlier, didn't we, and said it?
Have a look. I've said it all along. I've said it. Later on, I said, Liverpool will play us to try and win the league and we'll fuck them up. I said it. I literally knew it. When the game got cancelled and they moved the game later on and I knew that they'd probably need to beat us to try and win the league, I knew we'd do them. I knew we'd mess them up. And it's a fairy tale, you know. It's a fairy tale because after all that we've been through this season, and trust me, it's been hard. After 2 relegation battles, then this season's been a relegation battle and a point deduction chucked at us, and another point deduction chucked at us. You're thinking, oh, we're going to be in another relegation battle. But no, we are one game away from not putting the relegation to bed and saying, no, we're not getting relegated. We probably won't anyway honest, now mate, with that result.
I think that guarantees it with us. I think the confidence you get after beating a Liverpool team on your own soil. Who've we got next? Is it Brentford?
Yeah, Brentford, and we can go above them if we win. I've said this already. I already planned on this win. Comments, Eugene has said, Carlo, Sean Dyche beat Liverpool now. Lewis, get your comments coming in, has said, fucking get in. Devon Toffers has said, I haven't smiled like that during a game in ages. I know. It was like you'd literally... Everyone played for the badge as well, Caswell. You agree with that, don't you?
Oh, massively. Absolutely. Everyone thought that's all you want from an Everton team. And do you know what? I know that they had chances and stuff, and that's where... But we had chances as well, like Calvert-Lewin's first header. And in fairness to Alex, it was a brilliant save. It was like Pickford's one against Wood, against Forest. Oh, it was brilliant, mate. Every single player played the part. I thought it was solid, took our chances. It was a proper old school derby, especially first half, end to end.
They wanted to play football. They wanted to play football, and we didn't let them play football, and that's what I wanted us to come out like.
And
it says, "Woo, 2-0, baby!"
What,
I know a lot of people were saying they feel sick before the game and stuff like that, but we all say, "Oh, we're not that bothered about the derby," but we all want to win the derby. Of course, we do. Like, secretly, you say you're not bothered, but really, you're hoping for this to happen, what's happened tonight in your head.
Yeah.
I've never felt more like singing the blues when Everton win and Liverpool lose. Oh, Everton, you got me singing the blues. Come on, Everton. I was looking for my props then. Woo! You can sing that now. You can sing that all the way through till we play them again now. I've never felt more like singing the blues. What's that, Castle? I hate to give man of the matches. I mean, we'll go for it. I mean, Paul's coming on as well, Foster Paul. I hate to give man of the matches for a game where so many players played well.
Yes.
There was just so much that I liked.
They're all 8s and 9s out of 10, aren't they?
They all are. I can't not one. Pickford come out today, commanding his box, and took a lot of pressure off us the way Pickford commanded his box.
I thought he was 10 out of 10, especially with some of them saves and the catches he took with crosses. I thought Branthwaite and Tarky.
Can't think of a fault.
We had a strong spine.
Branthwaite, Tarky was good. Yeah. Mikalenko was fantastic, and he proper battled on. Mikalenko did. Do you know what? I love to see that, because Mikalenko turned his ankle, and I've done that before. You can't walk, never mind play a football match when you turn your ankle like that. But Mikalenko had so much passion to stay on the pitch for our Everton, our badge. He had so much passion to stay on the pitch, Caswell, that he just played through it. And he was punching the ground, and Mikalenko's quiet. And he was punching the ground, Mikalenko was. James coming on as well. I've sent him the link. Get the boys on. The boys are back in town. Come on. Get on. Everton have won the derby, everyone. We will get a few of the Toffee Blue casters on. Yeah, like I said, Mikalenko, I like to see that passion. Harrison today, I wanted him to step it up. He did. It must be fantastic to have a right winger that got back and worked as hard as he did in front of Godfrey. Godfrey was just sensational. He was
amazing goal-saving tackle in that first half.
Yeah, what a tackle.
Because if they'd have gone 1-0 up, you don't know what would have happened.
No, it was a fantastic tackle by Godfrey. And he's done a couple of those tackles, Godfrey has. But normally when he's done those tackles, he's done it when he's out of position. And you think, you've had to make that tackle because you're out of position. But this time it was to save someone. And it was a cracking tackle. And he's not only has he got to get the tackle in, he's got to steer the ball just wide of the goal as well, because they're ones you can put in the back of your net, as we've done this season. So, yeah, Godfrey, not a foot wrong. Not a foot wrong. Like, the fact you can't think of Diaz and Salah doing nothing, it was like non-existent all game, shows how good our left back and right back was, doesn't it? And obviously the wingers getting back to help our fullbacks as well. But what a result! What a result!
The main threat from them, and his passing is unbelievable, was Trent Alexander-Arnold. Every time he passed the ball, that was the only time they got through us. Apart from that, they struggled. We were just awesome. Such a proper Everton passionate display where everyone puts the bodies on the line. Do you know
Gary Coffeebum has just said that Garner. For me, if I was to give a man of the match, it's got to go to Branthwaite or Garner Gay. And I hate to get, I say, I can't give one. I'm not going to. But if I was to just say,
Gay was
the amount of times Garner Gay just got on the ball. Do you know when they've got the ball and you, instead of clearing it, Garner Gay just ran with it and got us up the pitch. And he did it loads of times. Garner Gay was amazing.
Our spine, Pickford, Branthwaite, Tarky, Gay, and DCL's best game of the season by far. He destroyed Van Dijk and Karate. They just could not handle him.
Jenkins has just said, get in. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm going to keep getting the comments on as we're talking because I want to see what everyone's thinking. They're going to be as happy as us. Amazing.
But yeah, oh my word. I think it just takes them. Do you know what? It'll take the pressure off now, and I bet we see us playing better for the last few.
I think so. I think the comment there, nail on the head. We just wanted it more.
Oh yeah, massively. We
comments.
won everything. We won absolutely everything. Everything that was like a semi-bad touch or a
There we go. Look,
challenge.
we just wanted it more.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? It's funny, you know, because they needed to beat us to win the Premier League, and they didn't. And we stopped them from winning the Premier League, and it's shown the tunnel of Klopp's face, and he gave up. Klopp sat down. He gave up. He couldn't give it to us, and it showed Trent Arnold putting his finger up like that, and they come to Goodison Park to beat us today, to try and win the league, and we stopped them from winning the league. I'll remember that for a long time. I'll remember that for a long time.
By the last 10 minutes in the first half, they literally couldn't cope with us.
You know what? It's laughable as well, because they just didn't even look like towards the end. You know, like where you look like you're struggling and you're scared. 2-0 up. We could have made it 3 or 4. We could have made it 3 or 4.
Yeah. Like Liverpool, whenever you see, they normally scored in like 3 goals from 85 minutes onwards. But we just seemed to like lock the door, and they could not get us. We were unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
The Blues in the house said, the Blues, I want words for you, mate, because the Blues said that I said we're winning the derby, and he was like, no, let's have a forfeit thing. Like, I'm not allowed to say we're winning the derby again if we didn't win the derby. But we did win the derby, so now I've got complete control of the Blues. I knew we'd do it. Let's get Jamie straight in. Here he is. Jamie!
Fucking done it, boys.
Whew. What a feeling.
What a 90 minutes of football, man.
That was just sensational, wasn't it? Like, the way we come out the blocks, like, we'll try and break it down on the channel and stuff like that, but the way we started the game, you knew we was up for it. We come out exactly how you wanted us to come out, didn't we? Like, it reminded me of the Arsenal game. Do you know when Dyche first took over, when we beat Arsenal 1-0? It reminded me of that, where we just pressed all over the pitch and we gave them, we let them know we was profiting for a game, and it reminded me of that. Was talking, Jamie, about like who would you pick for man of the match? I said it's so hard. Everyone played well. I can't think of who I'd play that game.
Calvert-Lewin for me, mate. He absolutely fucking bullied their back four. Fucking bullied them all game. And considering we didn't have better,
fantastic. We said though as well.
Yeah, he's been fantastic the last 2 games though. Since he's come back into the squad, he's been on fire, mate. He's just everywhere. But for me, knowing that Beto wasn't able to play because of the concussion rule, we didn't really have an aim striker to bring off the bench. Calvert-Lewin had to play 90 minutes there, and he fucking just ran his socks off, mate. And do you know what? I'm glad he got his goal, because it just proves he's had a tough season in front of goal. But when it matters, very much like the Crystal Palace game, he delivered.
Yeah. The Sagana game, we just spoke about how good he was. The way he got us up the pitch. Pickford in the comments there as well was just saying about him just before you come on. He was good hands as well when he comes out and catches it, Pickford now. He doesn't drop it much when he comes out, does he? He gets you out of trouble with his catches, and the save that he did was phenomenal. Some cracking saves.
Amazing saves.
And I hate to say it, but Ashley Young done a job when he come on. As much as it pains me to fucking say it, he's done a job when he come on. You seen the ankle twist from Mikalenko. That was nasty. That how he carried on, and it's beyond me. But all credit to him for making it to half time. But no, as much as it pains, and I mean it pains me to say, Ashley Young put a shift in against Salah. To be fair, Salah was shit anyway. He didn't turn up until the last 5 minutes.
I think Mikalenko put a stamp on him. He was quite easy to deal with after Mikalenko absolutely had him in the pocket. And I said on what you just said as well. I love that Mikalenko was punching the ground because he wanted to play the derby so bad. I like to see that passion, that they want to die for that badge. And Mikalenko was in a lot of pain with that twist. I've had it done. That was fantastic. I mentioned Ben Godfrey. I mean, he was the one that we was all scared of when we looked at the sheet, because the big conversation has been the right back position. We've been talking about putting James Garner there. Ashley Young obviously played there. Coleman. We've been struggling with the right back position, but Ben Godfrey today, best game I've ever seen him play in an Everton shirt, especially with that tackle off that last minute tackle.
The clearance was brilliant. It's not an easy task to try and mark Diaz for 90 minutes, and you've seen it. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he wasn't perfect, but Diaz is a little menace, and you could see that today when he hit the post. You know what I mean? But I think Ben Godfrey dealt with him well enough. Obviously, the fact that it's not even just the fact that we won; we've got a clean sheet as well. I was saying that last 10 minutes. My missus fuming. She's gone to bed. Little cop eye shit. I was saying to her, I don't like this feeling, because we as Everton fans in a derby don't get this feeling very often. She goes, "What the fuck do you mean?" And I goes, 2-0 is the hardest scoreline to defend in football, because all it takes is one goal to completely change the momentum of a game. And before you know it, and you've seen it many times in the Premier League, you 2-0 up, the game ends 2-2, the game ends 3-2 to the opposition team, because they've got the momentum in the last 10 minutes. And I was just saying, just don't concede now. Out of everything, just get the win, but just don't concede, because it just puts the icing on the cake that they've scored in the last, what would they say, in the last 24 away games they've scored. Yeah, well, they fucking didn't tonight.
Yeah, I was the same. Even when it was 85th minute, I thought to myself, if they get a goal 85th minute, you've got 5 minutes in extra time where they could make it 2-2. So I was still, it wasn't over till it was over, was it? But luckily we did stick together. Shout out to Rob. He says,
big Keezy,
the best birthday present ever. Happy birthday, mate. What a birthday present that is.
I do want to say, though, fuck off Sky Sports. How much did they want Liverpool to score? It was possession every 5 minutes. Oh, Liverpool have had 82% possession. I said to me, but possession doesn't win you a fucking game. Yes, it helps, but if you don't put the ball in the fucking net, you're not winning nothing. They didn't. We did. Game over. I'll take 12% possession and winning 2-0 every week. I don't give a shit. And then they were like, oh, Liverpool have done some of their best work in the last 15 minutes of games. They've scored 24 goals or 27 goals in the last 15 minutes of the season. Well, they didn't today, did they? So who gives a fuck? Suck on these big plums up the fucking
toffees.
That
we played for the whole 96 minutes, because teams do switch off against Liverpool, and that's where we capitalised. And we just did not look like, because we were awesome. We were just awesome today. Do you know what? That 6-0 against Chelsea has just been wiped away now. That is like a distant nightmare. They've totally
Arsenal already sorted that out for us.
Yeah,
they've just sorted that one out for us.
They've just replayed Calvert-Lewin's goal. Fucking, do you know what made me piss? Was Tarkowski and Godfrey getting in Van Dijk's pocket on every corner, blocking him, and he was fucking throwing a titty, and the ref was having none of it. And the way Calvert-Lewin rose for that header, it was like fucking Ronaldo-esque. You know that one that you always see where he's jumped like fucking 6 foot off the ground, and Calvert-Lewin done that, and he attacked it. And do you know what? I want to give a good shout out to the wingers today. I think Harrison was one of the best games I've seen Harrison play as an all-round 90-minute game, not just defensively but even going forward. He had the Scottish guy, fucking wanker, what's his name, Robertson, had him on toast all game, and they just couldn't do it. And McNeil was McNeil. He's everywhere, and that shot he had, I was up screaming because I thought that was in, but mate, they piped in defensively absolutely superbly today.
Yeah, and it was amazing because they got up the pitch as well. Not only did they get back and do the defensive work, McNeil and Harrison, which they did fantastically, by the way. They actually got up the pitch quite a lot as well. There was a couple of times Harrison could have been in if Calvert-Lewin didn't have his shot on the halfway line. There was a couple of times we could have been in down the left-hand side. And when you talk about possession, Jamie, like, they can have whatever possession they like, but if you watch the game, don't always look at stats, because every time Everton had the ball, we looked like we was going to score on those counter-attacks. The free kicks, we looked like we was going to score on every free kick. We looked really dangerous on set pieces. Calvert-Lewin missed that header where he headed it down the middle. We had a lot of very good chances. We probably had better bloody chances than them. So because it looks, you'd say they had a lot of possession, they was looking dangerous. We didn't mind because we sit back and we knew they couldn't get through. We knew we could absorb that.
We were just waiting for a bad touch or a bad pass because every 50-50 challenge, we just got there first because we wanted it more. In the final third, every single ball that went into the box, the reason why we looked like scoring was because even when there was jostling and grabbing over shoulders, in the past we've gone down or lost balance. We just stood tall and pushed them off and won the header. We just wanted it more, no matter what we did and what they tried to counteract with. And we got in their heads. They lost their heads by half-time, Liverpool. You could see it. Van Dyche getting a yellow card for back chatting. That was it. Just put you in this pocket here, Van Dijk. You had to take him out when he got substituted, Calvert-Lewin. Couldn't take him in changing room, could he? Absolutely.
When he got booked, Van Dijk, though, you see the way he walked up to the ref? I just wanted the ref to fucking throw a right cross on him, mate, because fucking he stepped at me like that. Just put him on his fucking ass, little knobhead. Like, honestly,
do you know what was nice?
Do you know what, though? It was because we have him in the building. Foster Paul, how are you feeling with this? How are you feeling? We've won the derby and made a big statement on staying up. We've probably, if we win now, we're up. We basically are going to be up probably, but it's not mathematically done yet. But what a statement.
I just wanted to say 2-0.
I didn't said that on the pre-match.
2-0. 2-0. There you go. See ya.
Derby win. Derby win. How are you feeling? Because I know, like you said, you've got a few cop-out mates, so this is just going to be amazing, isn't it? Like we've got this for a long time.
I know. Well, I played football on a Wednesday, and I hate the derby. I've always hated the derby since the mid-90s when we actually had a good run. But most of them are Liverpool fans who play on a Wednesday, and he was actually giving me a lift today with one of my best mates, and he's a cop-out, unfortunately. So we just pulled into our driveway, and Branthwaite scored. And I was torn between respecting my friend and just celebrating it completely. I did really.
Yeah. Even if you try not to celebrate it, you smirk and be like. Oh,
inside, I was shouting my head off. Brilliant.
What a man, though, to do it as well, Branthwaite. What a man to do it, Branthwaite. I mean, he headed the ball. Branthwaite's he's just unreal at the minute. Like, he did that run last game against Forest where he ran all the way through. And this time against them, he's beating everyone up in the air. Van Dijk and the other guy can't get nowhere near him. So he heads it back across, Branthwaite does. And then he just thinks, bugger it, I'm going to score after, and gets on the next part and then smashes it in, Branthwaite. But he does look like he's got a lot of goals in him now, doesn't he, Branthwaite? I think I was impressed with him again. Anyone can take that off me.
It's just, he needs to stop, doesn't he? He needs to just have shit remaining games for the rest of the season so no one's interested in him. Everyone just goes, do you know what? He's been found out now. You know what I mean? Don't play him for the rest of the season. I think Sky summed it up. Just 4 games to go. There's 12 points left to play for. And Luton have to win 3 of their last remaining 4 to have a chance of going above us. And that's if we take nothing from those 4 games. And we've still got Luton, Sheffield United to play. Brentford to play.
I already said, on the pre-match to Adam, and I'll put it on the screen, we've got Brentford next. So if we beat them, we go above them in the league.
We beat them now.
And then we're level with Crystal Palace. If Crystal Palace don't win, so literally, we've gone from thinking we could go down to actually beating the shite, stopping them from winning the Premier League. Let me just point that out. They probably could have won the Premier League, but we stopped them, Everton. So we beat them. We stopped them from winning the Premier League, but we've said a big F you to Masters because we look like we're not even going to be in a relegation battle anymore. We look like we could finish above Brentford. If we beat Brentford, which we could after winning that derby, we go above Brentford, same points as Crystal Palace if they don't win. we could, and then we've got some nice games coming up where we, if we didn't get the point deduction, Europa League would probably be possible. And
Do
I'm
you know
not joking.
what? I do want to say something though, and I know everyone after the 14 games without a win was calling for Dyche's head, and I said to you the other week,
Yeah, I was
when I done the pre-match that with the Chelsea lads, I'm still Dyche in. One, because of what I said about he's not really had a chance to put a full squad together of what he wants. But also the one thing that dawned on me tonight is give us all of our points back. We've got more points than we've had over the last 3 seasons. We will automatically be safe. I think that man needs a little bit more respect put on him. I know we had a bad patch. We're now having a good patch. And I think people don't see it for what it truly is because we've had those points deducted. If we still had those points, we're a mid-table side. We haven't had that in 3 years. We shouldn't be where we are. So Richard Masters, go and shag a fucking dog and leave us alone, you absolute gobshite.
Well, the thing is as well, Dyche wasn't getting the team performance. So I wasn't saying Dyche out, but I was saying Dyche needs to sort this crap out because I knew that the team wasn't performing up to standard. And I knew Dyche wasn't performing himself as a manager up to his normal standards. We wasn't seeing what Dyche was giving us when we won 4 in a row. Dyche said he's got to earn his stripes, and he still has got to earn his stripes. And he's earned his stripes these last couple of games. The Forest game and this game, he's massively earned his stripes because we've seen us a lot better.
But have you not noticed, though, we're not playing any different? We're genuinely not playing any different. We're not creating any different chances than what we were creating. We are just now starting to convert the chances. What he said earlier on when we were going through that rough patches, we're putting the hard yards in. We're creating the chances. We just start putting them away. You look at it now. We're still playing. Don't get me wrong. The last 2 weeks, some of our passing has been absolutely divine to watch. But for me, we're not playing any different to what we have been all season. We are just now starting to convert the chances. You've got the likes of McNeil chipping in, Idrissa Gueye chipping in, Bramthwaite chipping in. Everyone's starting to. It's all starting to come together right at the last. And it couldn't come at any better time for us at this moment in time because you look at everyone else's games remaining that they've got. We've got probably I wouldn't say the easiest run, but you'd think that we've got a better chance than most of getting points. Nobody had us down for 3 points, 6 points the last 2 games, and look what's happened. It's changed. It's a defining moment in our season. All we need to do is just solidify our status in the Premier League, and they could fucking don't give us no more points back. We can give a shit. We'll start afresh.
I do think that I get what you're saying. We have been playing like this, but it was like when we was talking about XP, we was talking about it, but was just saying we're not taking the chances. So our performances probably was similar anyway. But I definitely think Dyche said something in the changing room. I think he's something kicked in, hasn't it?
We've had more
do you know what?
From
a little bit.
I'll tell you what he has done, and Dan won't like it. He fucking dropped Onana. Well done, Dyche lad. Well done, Dyche lad.
No, do you know what though? You say that I told him. I said to drop Onana before Onana got dropped. Didn't I, Paul? Paul, remember when we did our lineup?
But you didn't mean
it. You did mention it.
I said drop Onana. After the Chelsea game, I said drop Onana, drop James Garner. They don't deserve to wear the Everton shirt with that performance. I don't look no one's arse. All I care about is Everton Football Club. I want every player to succeed, but I knew that players needed a lesson that Chelsea game. And Garner Gay's been fantastic. Did you know why? Because he gets it. He's playing for Everton. That's the difference. Not playing for himself, playing for Everton. And I think that's been the difference this game. Those players played for Everton today, not themselves. Do you know what I mean? And I think if they just stick together as an 11 and play for the badge, good things can happen. I can't believe Adam come on the show on the pre-match and he was like, "We're going to win 2-0," and he kept saying 2-0, and we did it. We won 2-0. Love it.
Do you know what? It's just the fact that we haven't had this in so long. It's probably the last derby under the lights at Goodison Park. It's the fact that that's pretty much going to cost them the league. It's the fact that it's Klopp's last season, and he's never lost in it. He's never lost at Goodison and a derby. It's not even just all that. It's the pride that it instills in Evertonians. We've took too much shit for too long, and now we can just turn around and go, well, do you know what? Use a shit. You lost the league at Goodison Park.
He gave
and you're
up.
gonna have to fucking live with that.
He sat down. He actually gave up. Like the commentator said, Klopp sat down. He gave up. Like when there was 2-0 down, he gave up. He knew there wasn't going to come back. Arnold had his freaking head under his shirt. I've never seen a team get fried as much as we fried them today. Like Robertson, normally such a cocky shit, didn't know what to say. If you looked at all their faces, they've been done. We absolutely did them over today. Like,
There was a moment in that second half, actually, Garner gets the ball in our sort of right back position.
Yeah.
And Robertson's about to jump in on him.
He
just rolls it 5 yards past him. And then Robertson falls over afterwards. That summed it up for me. And the picture actually of Robertson and Alexander-Arnold on the bench with his head in his shirt. I just thought, yeah, why not? I would turn
that's
this
how
time.
we've been for 14 years.
Adam's just asked. I'm going to give him a little 5-minute appearance because he did ask if he can come on and have a little celebration with us.
Boys, I'm going to shoot.
We'll have him on. Caswell, love you for coming on. Be quiet when you get home.
No idea where you are right now.
He's in Onana's armpit by the looks of it.
I'm definitely not going the Brentford game because we're guaranteed to win that, aren't we?
He's gone out to the bushes to have a sneaky tug after that performance. What an absolute
Oh, can you tell?
Amazing performance.
I was wondering why it kept shaking.
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. What an absolute performance. 62 on the chat. There's actually 676 people, including Twitter, all listening. We keep dropping your comments. We want your reaction. This is amazing. We've won the derby. Fantastic. We're dropping our reaction. We want your reaction. You've got to go live on this. Ben Pinnock says, up the fucking toffees. Love it. Let's go. Oh, what a feeling. I can't believe it. It feels like a fairy tale, doesn't it? And you know what it is? It's not just because we beat them in the derby, which we don't do often. It's because we stopped them from winning the Premier League. Well, massively looks like we've stopped them from winning the Premier League. So it's amazing. What a feeling.
I mean, do you know how many years I've watched that team create chances that they created tonight and fucking score every single one at Goodison Park?
Yeah.
The amount of the chances they created tonight, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Salah had a chance in the first. Was it in the first half? Yeah, it was in the first half, where Branthwaite was so shocked that it hit him because it was flying wide, and then it came to Salah's left foot, and then he goes and pings it Rose head, which was hilarious as well. And it sounds as though we're just picking out Liverpool stuff, which we are, which is hilarious. But it's just because we get so much shite year after year after year that it's just nice to be able to throw it back at them.
It is, and we're going to give. This is going to last for a long time because it did when Richie scored that goal and we beat them under Carlo. It lasted for a long time. And it just keeps them off our back. And it started on Klopp's last season. So Klopp's last ever season is going to be remembered as Everton stopping them from winning the Premier League in the derby. So where you've got the Slippy G moment, you've got the Slippy Derby moment now, where Everton, Branthwaite, and frigging... Oh, Adam, 2-0, you said. How are you feeling, mate? You went to the game?
What?
You went to the game. How are you feeling?
Oh, my days. Literally about it. The atmosphere was incredible. Literally everything.
It did sound like it was incredible. I was absolutely gutted I wasn't there. Was the atmosphere good straight from the start?
Yep. Yeah. When we went 1-0 up, I was like, this is our derby day, this.
Yeah, I did think that. Was you worried whether they come back or not?
What'd you say?
Was you worried whether they was going to come back, or was you confident that your 2-0 was coming in?
It was going to be me 2-0, very confident.
Oh, I love it. I can't believe it. When it was 2-0, my partner goes to me, Adam, she goes, you got Adam on the pre-match and he told you it was going to be 2-0. So you knew, like you knew it was coming. You did say 2-0, so you're lucky charm. We're just going to keep the conversations going. Adam, before I shoot you off, because I let you come on for a couple of minutes, I want you to just come on because I knew you said 2-0, give you a little celebration. I'll shoot you off and we'll carry this on. Before I shoot you off, marching down the Goodison Road.
Oh, the windows open wide when you hear the coppers shout, hey, put the candle out. We are the Goodison gang. We have no money.
I've never felt more like singing the blues.
When Everton win and Liverpool lose.
Oh, Everton, you got me singing the blues. Adam, have a boss night, mate. I just gave you a little appearance there. I said I'd get you on if we won, mate. Amazing. Have a good night. Oh, what a feeling. All the Everton fans are going to be happy, and that's a good feeling because we haven't had this happy feeling for a long time, have we?
Oh, bloody ages. Absolutely ages.
It's like, do you know what, though? It's weird because last season, obviously, Paul, we went to that last game to stay up. And it feels like I've become so used to relegation battles that I don't know what to think now. The fact that we're basically nearly all up. I know we're not mathematically up, but it's going to take Luton to win 3, which won't be easy for them. I honestly do believe we'll beat Brentford and be up next game. I do, but it feels weird to be up. Like, it's been an emotional journey, basically, hasn't it? This has been a roller coaster this season because to go from a relegation battle with Crystal Palace, then a relegation battle with Bournemouth to stay up, that's 2 seasons. Then this season, we probably wouldn't have been in a relegation battle, but we're in a relegation battle with Masters giving us deductions, 10 points. Then we get another deduction. This season's been harder than the other 2 because it seems like we've been attacked this season, doesn't it? Especially when we're getting a new stadium and stuff like that, and we don't know who our owners are going to be. For me, it just feels like, I know we've got to win one more game to stay up, but it feels like a relief that we're actually staying up early. How do you two feel on that?
Go on, Jamie, you go first.
I'll let you go first, mate. I spoke a lot. I'll wait.
It's so nice just to enjoy. Yeah, enjoy. So if we can be safe before the Sheffield United game, we can enjoy the day. You know, it's the last home game of the season. Jolly mood. Everyone's just relaxed, and it's just all that stress kind of just goes away because we've had years of constant stress, and like Julio Ball did the podcast about the Bournemouth game being the last one. This season she could easily have done another one, you know. And if she had, this would have been a fantastic end. Because maybe looking back then, this would be the one that you kind of look back and say, yeah, we were safe at that point. And it just all came together on that night.
Do you think Jamie spoke a minute ago about and a lot of us have do you know what it's like? It's like being do you know when I don't know if some people say, well, I don't argue my point, but do you know where you have an argument and you say stuff you don't mean in an argument? That's what it's like with Sean Dyche. You know, you're just frustrated with the Everton results, so you've got to have a go at someone. And you say things you don't mean sometimes, and you know it's probably not Sean Dyche's fault, but you just, like Jamie said, he would have been safe, and we wouldn't be arguing about Sean Dyche and all saying sack Dyche if we were safe this season. But he's had it hard, Dyche has, and I just think, do you think that this could be a turning point for us for next season? I know people will hate us saying that and say, "Oh, you're getting carried away here," but I'm starting to see us finish the season with our players a lot more confident and probably learnt a lot about our team this season, Dyche. So it's probably wise. I know this is mad because I have said that he's done my head in a little bit. It's probably wise to keep Dyche and let him keep doing what he's doing because we're moving forward, not backwards at the minute, ain't we?
I don't think there's anything we could do anyway. So I do think that we'd have to keep him, even if we didn't want to. I wouldn't change anything at the moment. He suits us for where we are right now. We can't afford to bring in, star-studded players from other clubs. We're not a very attractive proposition for players from Europe. he does a decent job with what he's got. Just like Moyes did when Moyes first started. We weren't in Europe straight away with Moyes, were we? I'm not saying suddenly we're going to be in top 6 every season. However, if you think about where he was last season, then to where we are now, regardless of the points deduction, but if the points were put back on, we would be about the same height as Palace in about 14th or something like that at the moment. So, and with a couple of other games that I think we should be winning, basically sort of bottom end of middle table, and we would have taken that start of the season, and then you reassess again. So, we just want to be able to get into that stadium with a comfortable, safe squad and a consistent manager. And we've not had that since Moyes, really. Martinez lasted 3 years, but we've not had it since Moyes. I could see Dyche staying for quite a while, to be honest, until we get until he gets sick of us, or basically we end up having a decent squad and then building on that.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have a season where you can just not worry about being in a relegation battle. Did Dyche wear the tracksuit today?
He did, yeah. And that's the reason. That's the reason we won. And also, actually, we all play our part. I was watching it with my Erin, and she really needed to go to the toilet with about 20 minutes to go, but she didn't, which meant that we didn't concede. So that, along with the other stuff, it all matters. If you sat there and you didn't go to the toilet because you didn't want us to concede a goal, then this win is down to you. Not just ECL and Branthwaite and Pickford saving it. Whatever you did at that time to make sure we didn't concede, you were all part of it. Well done, everyone.
Do you know what? It's mad because I was on the Twitter at half time, and you think to yourself at half time, you're 1-0 up. Even Jamie said in the group, who's like, it's not done yet. Don't get ahead of yourself. And I tweeted, I said, Tarkowski and Branthwaite have absolutely made Van Dijk and the other guy look shite. They've eaten them. They have literally, they ate them. And I tweeted it and I thought, if they come back, I'm going to look like a knobhead and people are going to say I'm the one that's cursed us. But I don't know why. I just thought we was going to do it, I believed today. I really did believe that we could do it. And we rattled them. We really did rattle them. And it is amazing to win the derby. It is amazing because we haven't just won the derby against them in a game where they didn't need to win. You've got to remember that. Do you know where we've watched Liverpool against Real Madrid in the final? When Real Madrid beat them, by the way, Carlo Ancelotti, love you. Do you know when we watched that final, that Liverpool was in that final against Real Madrid? This was a final for Liverpool today, wasn't it? Klopp said that they've got a mini tournament now to win the league, and Klopp knew that he needed to win this game to stand a chance on winning it. And I do believe, Copites, if you're listening, I do believe that Man City are going to slip up, but us beating you is going to be what stops you from doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to show even more because it could have gone where Liverpool say, "Oh, we wouldn't have been able to do it anyway." But I think there's going to be a little slip up where Liverpool will think, "Oh, it was that Everton game that messed us up."
I actually, it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal and City had a slip up and Liverpool was still in with a chance. But I know what's coming.
I don't know that part, but I just
want it to. We're all right
because it's the game.
Well, we'll be safe, but you can see what's coming. Last day, Arsenal away. Get them beach towels ready, boys.
Roll over. Just shut your eyes and take one for the team.
You know what? Imagine if it's goal difference as well. Like if it comes down to goal difference and Arsenal need goals against us in the last game. I would. Oh, that would be amazing. I didn't think of that, Paul. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
I don't see it. I don't see it happening because Man City and Arsenal both had their dips earlier on in the season, didn't they? Liverpool are having theirs now. And you just look at Man City's track record where they've had to win every game remaining to go as champions. They haven't failed yet. So they failed one season, and that one season, unfortunately, them fucking shites across the road. They were uncatchable. So I don't see City slipping up.
They play tomorrow night, don't they? City. They're away at Brighton. Yeah. Liverpool away at West Ham on Saturday. Who else? Arsenal away at Spurs on Sunday.
I mean,
City away at Forest. City away at Forest.
Exactly.
So,
well, that's what I mean. 3 points, get a nice Luton and Forest lose, and that's it. That's just done. I still think I think a draw is going to be enough to keep us up. Luton are not going to win 3 out of their 4 remaining games. Their running's just too difficult. Forest, they've got, obviously, as you just said, they've got City. Don't see them getting anything from that game. Then they've got 2 games remaining. We're already 8 points ahead of them. They lose that game, they ain't going to catch us. So it's one of those. And just to go back to the point you were just saying about us hitting form and does it look good for next season, mate? That starting 11 we've got ain't going to be the starting 11 we have next season. You've got to look at the likes of Harrison. Well, I don't think we've got the money to convert that into a full deal at this moment in time. I say at this moment in time because we need to secure our safety, because there's a lot more questions that need to be asked and a lot more questions that need to be answered when it comes to Everton Football Club. Paul's touched on it, who the owners are going to be. Obviously with FFP, obviously in a couple of years, it's gonna, obviously with the rule changes and stuff, it's gonna, I think it's gonna ease a little bit for us. But yeah, that start 11 is not going to be what we have next year.
No, I know what you mean. I'm hoping we keep Branthwaite. Branthwaite, keep him.
Mate, I'd like to keep it. At this moment in time, the big names that we've got, don't want to lose Branthwaite. I still think Onana can come good, as I don't want to say as poor as he's been, but as inconsistent of a season he's had, where he has a run of 5 games where he's brilliant, and then he goes missing for 5 games, and then he's brilliant again for 2 games and goes missing for another 10. It's one of those. He's had an up and down season. He has been playing with injuries. I understand all that, but you look at Idrissa Gueye at what, 35, 36. The games, the minutes and the games he's put in these last 2 games, sorry, mate, he's been phenomenal. That goal he scored against Forest, I don't think gets enough credit, because the way he struck it, for someone who's not very well known for his goal scoring ability, it was such a good strike. Fair enough, the keeper may have seen it late, but it was plumb the way he hit it, and I don't think many goalkeepers would have saved it. And it's not even just a goal. He's everywhere against Forest. He was everywhere tonight. And like Paul said, the best moment for me in the game weren't the goals. It was when he put Robertson on his arse. It was just the craft of him just to do it, just to drop the shoulders and push the ball 5 yards past him, and then just watch him. It was like fucking Laurel and Hardy, It was just one of them. It was brilliant, right in front of the Liverpool fans as well. But no, like I said, I think we need a bit more clarity now on what's going to happen in the summer. New owners, who it's going to be. Please don't be 777. Please don't be 777. But we need a bit more clarity before we start thinking the next season. Like I said, I don't think Jack Harrison will be a permanent thing. Dan Juma most definitely ain't going to be a permanent thing. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But mate, it's a good time to be a Blue. We haven't had many of them this season. We've had fucking Richard Masters trying to shag us from behind. We've had the Premier League trying to shag us from the front. You know what I mean? We haven't helped ourselves. But like I said, I give a lot of credit to Sean Dyche. He's banged on about it all season. Not so much the XG, but we're putting the hard yards in. We're creating the chances. We're just not putting them away. Well, you've just seen what happens when we put them away against the top 3 side in the league, who scored the last 24 away games that they've played, but they couldn't fucking score in a brothel tonight. And don't get me wrong, they had fucking brilliant chances to score. And on another day, they'd have put them away and won 3-2 there, but they didn't. And then their best chance, as much as the Nunes one and the Diaz one in the first half, they were saved, whether they've hit them straight to the keeper or not. Their best chance was a shot off the post. That was their best opportunity to score pretty much in the game. their best shot was a shot that's off target because it's not on target. So, yeah, I'm just proud, mate, just full of pride. My missus goes to me, she goes, like Paul was saying about his daughter not going to the toilet. She goes, why do you always sing? Why do you always clap when the game's on? You're not at the stadium, they can't hear you. And I told her, I went, shut the fuck up. Doesn't matter if they can't hear me. I'm supporting my team. End the conversation.
There he is, the boy.
I think he likes. Well, I don't think. I know Brantford loves Everton. I'd love for him to stay. I'd love for us to build a team around that guy. Obviously, I know a lot of players do smash the badge and all that when they score, but that meant something to him. And I think Everton could be a good home for Brantford. I really do. I really hope that we do keep on to him. It's gonna be like interesting to see what happens. But like you said, Jamie, all we need to do is just keep the ship steady. Do you know what I mean? We know there's a storm here. Our football club's been run awful. So whilst we're trying to sort this new stadium out, whilst we're trying to sort owners out, it's going to be a rough ride for your football club. And that's what we're going through at the minute. Our football club, our club is trying to build a stadium when the Premier League are trying to change the rules of what cost and stuff like that. There's so much crap going on that we don't even want to talk about, but it's just about us just getting into that new stadium, stable, ready for someone to come in and get us back to the Everton that we want to be. And you can only cross your fingers on that part and hope that the right people come in. But our fans today was fantastic, by the way. Amazing. The whole of Goodison Park, you could hear singing Spirit of the Blues. And there was all singing that they'd lost the league as well. So our fans was incredible. It really was incredible. Look at that league table now, Brentford next.
And as well, I mentioned, I mentioned to me mate before that last day of the season actually is Forest and Burnley, isn't it?
Again, do you know what I mean? It's one of those. Sheffield could be gone, can't they, this weekend if they don't win?
Yeah.
They mathematically go, don't they? So, I'll be honest. After the you both know what I've been like over Forest because I've been tweeting it. I've been tweeting you all week about it. They had the penalty yet, by the way. After the way their clubs come out, do you know what I really would love to see? I'd love Luton to jump. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd love Burnley to jump them both. One, I don't want Luton to stay in the league. One, because of fucking their owner saying that we deserve the more severe.
You know what though,
punishment.
Jamie? I don't like Burnley either. I don't. Some of them. I like the Burnley fan that we have on the channel, but
do you know
the only
what?
thing I will say about Forest is because they've been through what we've been through. But I don't like what they did last game.
No, I don't agree. And I don't agree for the reason that we overspent because the Premier League have took our overheads from a stadium. We've breached twice of a less amounts for a club that have spent over £36 million overspent because they signed 41 players. They have not gone through what we've gone through. We've been punished more severely for a less of a crime than what they've committed. I do not in any breath. I understand what you're saying, that they've had points deducted, so we, but they haven't gone through what we've gone through. If anyone should have been more severe, it should have been theirs, not ours. And they got away with, was it the John Joe Shelby transfer as well? And they didn't get punished for that. When it was fucking illegal documents or whatever, and they didn't get fucking docked for that. They've not been through, and they have not been made an example of the way Everton Football Club have. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I appreciate your opinion. You're more than entitled to it, mate. But for me, they've tried to make an example out of us this year, and it fucking backfired because we called them out on their shit, and we will forever call them out on their shit. No one's gone through what we've gone through. We're one less point deducted for a team that would go into administration. We're trying to build a fucking new stadium, and we're trying to bring growth to a part of the city which has been derelict for far too many years. Do you know how many jobs that's going to bring in this city? Do you know how much money that's going to bring into the area of the city and make that area of the city a desirable place to go and spend your time, go and walk along the waterfront and see this amazing stadium that's built there? I'm sorry. No, they have not been through what we've been through. And I hope after the way they acted, don't get me wrong. Yeah, fair enough. I think they should have had one penalty, maybe. At least. Doesn't mean that they fucking scored it. I'm sorry. Yes, a penalty could potentially change the way the game ended. It didn't. How many times I'm sorry, did we not have a Stonewall fucking handball penalty at their place and we didn't get it?
Two shouts for penalty.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? So get the fuck.
Mm.
You're not the only ones. Unfortunately, you've gone for a point deduction similar to Everton, but you should have got fucking far worse than what we got. So get the fuck. So the only problem I have with Burnley was the way they got rid of Sean Dyche for what he done for that club. I don't particularly mind Burnley, to be honest. So I actually hope that Burnley leapfrog Luton and Nottingham Forest, and Nottingham Forest and Luton go down. And do you know what? Call me bitter, call me a horrible bastard all you want. That's my sole wish for the rest of this season. Luton, because the fucking gobshite owner saying we deserved a more severe penalty because it was a second instance, and Nottingham Forest for the way that they've the way they consider all their options. I hope they fucking go down as well.
It's just so nice not to be in it, though, isn't it? It feels weird that we might not actually be in that battle.
But mate, it's just
two seasons in a row. It feels like it's all we know, and we're not in it. It feels weird, doesn't it?
Mate, a manager or a player makes comments like that about an official within the Premier League, they get fined and they get punished. And Nottingham Forest can tweet on an official team page in the public domain something like that, and then say that they're going to consider other options, like the game's going to get fucking replayed, like they're going to get 1.5 points, and they're going to split the 3 points between us. Like, consider all your options you want. The referee's decision's final. Get to fuck. VAR screwed over fucking everyone in this league at least once this season. I couldn't count on fucking both hands how many times it's fucked us over. Just take it on the chin, go and beat another team somewhere, and fucking stay in the league. Stop being fucking crybaby little bastards. Can't stand
Well,
them.
they might actually mess themselves up because they on their point deduction, and obviously this will be the end of the conversation on Forest because we're buzzing today that we've won. It's about us, not them. But on their thingy, Jamie, their Premier League said that Forest did everything they can to work with them. So if Forest was working with the Premier League, then why would they appeal? Do you know what I mean? And the point deduction was okay. I thought that they got it was. I just think that they probably should have accepted that and just focus on staying up. But they've appealed it. Fair enough. But it's the statement that the Nottingham Forest did after, like you say, with VAR, the officials did get it wrong, but they've got it wrong for everyone. The Onana handball that we had was ridiculous. We could go through the Calvert-Lewin clip in the box. There's been loads. I mean, the amount of times me and Paul have been moaning about referees this season. But like you said, Jamie, you just got to accept it and move on because you know VAR are making it does my head in when people say, "Oh, it's just for us." Well, I'm telling you, no one's got decisions against them as much as us this season. But it's been everyone. I've watched every team this season, and VAR has been bad towards most teams this season. So you just got to accept it and move on. And that statement that Forest have made is risky when you're at the bottom.
And I completely hold my hands up. I've got an ulterior motive. From the ages of 9 until 21, I actually lived in Nottingham myself. And their fans are very much like Liverpool fans. All you ever hear is about the 2 European Cups they won fucking 400 years ago. Oh, well, you've not won this. You've not won this. You all play in red. You're all shite. Fuck off.
Jamie loves Nottingham.
Can I play a little bit little bit of audio as well? I don't know whether you'll be able to hear this, but I've turned the sound up.
Paul, just one thing before that. One of the streams that we did where we played the Tim Cahill video with music, if it's a song, it got taken down for copyright, so we have to be careful.
Okay. It's not a song. It's not a song.
Is it not? They just emailed and deleted one of our streams. On copyright or something like that. I don't know how strict they're getting. You can't put anything on these channels. It's pretty crap. We put so much on. We'd love to put the goal on now and celebrate it, but we can't do stuff. We can't put stuff on.
Sound like fucking Darth Vader breathing. What was that?
That was the second goal.
Fucking sound like someone breathing.
It would have been like Premier copyright. They're so serious, ain't they? This.
Yeah, it's only audio. It's fine. Yeah.
Can't hear anything.
Limbs.
Paul getting Tom Rogers. For saying Paul's the teacher, he's the naughty boy, isn't he? I said, don't play it. We'll get banned on
Rule
stream.
breaker.
And Paul's like, no,
Rule
it's only an
breaker.
audio. Don't worry. He's the rule breaker, isn't he? He's
Honestly,
the rule
mate.
breaker. For a teacher, he's Mr.
We're
Rule
allowed
Breaker.
one. Aren't we allowed one rule break a season or something? I don't know.
Literally, Paul's the rule breaker. I'm the potty mouth, and Dan's Magic Mike.
Yeah. Well, I got told to dance in my underwear after frigging we won, but I'm commando, so I'm not even going to do that to you. You know what I mean? I ain't going to get the elephant trunk out. I'm happy we've won the derby, but I'm not getting the elephant trunk out. You know what I mean? Don't want to score some people.
No one wants to see that nip slip.
You know what I mean? I still got a semi after that performance. That was absolutely amazing. What a performance that was! I can't believe we've done it. I kept saying it. I wanted it, but people said I was nuts all season for saying I can't wait for the derby. I said it in the cup when we had the cups. I said I wouldn't mind getting Liverpool in the cup, and some people was like, no, you can't say that. But do you know what? I honestly do believe. I think if Ashley Young didn't get sent off in the last derby, I think we were still in that. You know, I think we were still in that. They didn't show us up in that derby, did they? And that derby, I thought, you know what? They're not that good, that derby. It was only because Ashley Young got sent off and their player didn't that they beat us.
It's just unfortunate.
This derby, they got it.
It's just the way we're conditioned as Evertonians, mate. You know what I mean? 14 years without a win at Goodison Park against them. I'll be honest, mate. I felt sick for the whole game. I hate the derby. I love watching Everton, and I watch every single game home and away. But the derby, I just can't, and that's just because we are conditioned that way. Because unfortunately, they do shit on us quite often. But tonight, we took a big shit right in that big German's fucking cap he likes to wear every game, and fucking forced it right on his head.
And he's gone. And he's gone. And he's gone now. That's it. He's not going to be their manager ever again.
My missus was saying to me, oh, but he says he's not got the energy for it no more. He's the only manager within their history to bring a Premier League title to their fucking team. He could have worked until he wanted to leave, well, like he has now. But to leave now, I think it's going to be, and this is probably more of a wish than what's actually going to happen. It feels like a Sir Alex moment, you know, when he won the league with them, decided to leave, and you've seen the spiral that they've gone down since he's gone. It's as if he foreseen it coming, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a similar aspect for Liverpool. Mo Salah's not got long left. He's you know what I mean? It's one of them.
We could be the knockout. We could be the start of the downfall of them, because I honestly do believe that when we've seen how toxic we can be on managers sometimes, and we ain't got high expectation. I think with the expectation that Liverpool have got, when they get another manager, they'll destroy him, and then they'll get a new manager and they'll destroy him. We've seen Chelsea do it. Look how many managers Chelsea have had and Man U have had. I think they're on a cycle of being in big trouble, Liverpool. I really do. And like you said, players might leave. And we are at the start of that cycle. We are at the start of that cycle. We're going to start it off. They probably would have won the league if we didn't win tonight, you know.
My mate actually said, he said who they're looking at for their replacement. And he said he'd never heard of him. And he told me, and I've never heard of him. But it's just a weird name. He's called Arnie Slot.
Oh, that could bring the poet out in me. That really could.
I mean, I said to him, Twitter is just waiting. It's literally just waiting.
Honestly.
I thought it was actually like one of those Homer Simpson jokes.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a name.
Easy pickings, but, you know, Slot.
It's crazy because they Liverpool say that they're the biggest club in the world on par with Man City. It's amazing how they're the biggest club in the world, Liverpool are, but they wanted Alonso and he's rejected them. Then they've just wanted someone else and he's rejected them. It's amazing how like a manager can reject the biggest club in the world, isn't it? It's quite funny. Oh, what a night, you know. What a night. What a night. We said it on the
Let
channel
it,
as
let
well.
it,
We said it was
let
coming.
it sink in. Just let it.
Don't even let it sink in.
It's gonna be on
Don't
then.
even let.
You wake up on it.
And Dyche will say the same thing to that, and I know he will. Job's not done yet. Do you know what I mean? Go and enjoy your night.
Goodison Park.
Nice rest tomorrow. Go and enjoy your night. But Saturday, we're on it. Get the win, solidify our position, and then start booking your holidays. Because it's still not done. We still can mathematically go down. It's very unlikely, but just get the job done. We shouldn't be where we are either way, but it's a big slap in the face for the Premier League when we become the team that's been deducted the most points in a single season, and we still survive. And that's another thing I did want to point out, which I forgot.
Brentford and Crystal Palace.
No, but the thing I do want to point out is, as shit as a season as we've had in the sense of how inconsistent we've been week in, week out, we are nowhere near, and I don't care what anyone said, we are nowhere near the worst team in this league. I don't even think we're in the worst 5 teams in this league. Give us our point back, show where we actually should finish. And statistically, it shows we don't belong where we are. We truly don't.
Do you know what, though? What an amazing football club we are, because this has been a really bad season. And when me and Paul went to that Burnley game, it was rammed. They just turn up. And we spoke to your uncle, didn't we, Paul? And he's like, oh, I don't know. You don't want to be here, but you're here. You have to. You don't know what's going to happen and stuff like that. Yeah. And everyone's just full of anxiety. But Everton fans never wave the white flag. They always turn up. And you've got the 1878. The displays
work.
that they've been putting
brilliant
on.
Work.
Unbelievable. They made that stadium look incredible. And it's been nice to see our fans, even though we've been through so much crap again this season, we don't wave the white flag, we don't back down, and we always just get behind that badge and do everything we can. We've always played our part, haven't we? That's the thing. And like I say, the stadium, the way we've got it looking the last couple of games, couldn't have done anything more. And I want to give them a shout out because they've done amazing.
Yeah.
The stuff that they did against Masters as well, the Premier League, they've done amazing.
Just Evertonians in general, mate. We may be glutton for punishment and we may go through it week in, week out, but we're there every week. We're watching it every week. If we're not there, we're talking about it every day. You know what I mean? It's the fans deserve a lot more credit than we usually do. And this show epitomizes what Evertonians are. You're both not very close to the city. You're both not there every week, but you watch it every week. Unfortunately, I can't be there every week. Unfortunately, I've not been able to, for personal reasons, get to a game this season. And that'll be the first season. This will be the first season since I was 4 years old. I haven't gone to a handful of games, if not been a season ticket holder. I'm 34 now, so in 30 years. And even when I used to live in Germany in the first couple of years, first 10 years of my life, we made trips from Germany to come and watch Everton at Goodison Park. So since the age of 4, this will be the first season that I've not managed to get to a game or a handful of games or be a season ticket holder. So this show epitomizes what Evertonians are. We're worldwide. We're not just confined to the city. You don't have to be a Scouser to be an Evertonian. You know what I mean? We're a worldwide brand, and this channel epitomizes what that is, because we all love Everton. We all come together, and we all want nothing but the best for Everton. And we're here, whether we win, lose, draw, get deducted points. We're Evertonians, and that's it. We're one big family.
And I love this from Henry as well, saying that he's been a supporter for 75 years. So welcome, Henry. And it doesn't matter whether it's 75 or 5. You know, it grabs you, doesn't it?
You stick in there. You stick in there and you wait for these moments, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Like, we haven't been able to win a derby in a long time. And I know we won that one that season where there was no fans and stuff like that, but you stick in it for these magic moments, and this will get remembered. I put a Kevin Campbell video where we won the derby. You see loads of. This is a new memory now for us. It is a new memory that we can always chuck on them, and you want that. You do want this sort of thing where we can chuck it at them now. Oh, remember when you was going to win the Premier League with Klopp, and we beat you in the derby 2-0. And Brantwaite scored, and you know what I mean. You can chuck it at them, and it hurts. And because Paul just put that thing up, like Everton has silenced Copper. They're not even going to go on Twitter. I know what it feels like when you lose a derby. I can't look at anything. I'm angry. I'm fuming.
Oh,
For me to know they're hurting now, Jamie. Like I hate losing against them, even if we wasn't going to freaking have the chat stuff on that they did. But look at that. Look at that.
Put the picture on that I put in the chat of Paul at full time of the little Lego man.
No, don't
Put that one in. Put that one
it's
in.
It's too lifelike.
Oh, but no, seriously, there's a Everton thingy on Twitter that I follow, Everton Watch, and they put all the reactions of like opposing fans and all that. Because I've seen a snippet of that Anfield agenda geezer, you know, the bold Irish lad who always watches them, and as he predicted they'd win 4-1 and absolutely steamrollers. Oh, I can't wait to see his reactions. Oh.
It was. Do you know what? When we scored, when Bradford scored, our fans. It showed all the fans and stuff, and it's just like the relief, isn't it? Like it was amazing to see our fans, how much that means to them. The derby means so much to us. It really does, because we've been shite for a long time, and I hate being crap, and we have been crap, but we're stuck in there. And the fact that we've rode 2 relegation battles. And then we've literally got Masters giving us like all these deductions this season, but we still stayed up and we still beat you in the derby. You know what I mean? We're still staying up, we still beat you in the derby, so it just feels good, doesn't it? It really does feel good.
Just to mention to,
I've never felt more like singing the blues.
I know. Just to mention to Zul that we had. Is it Adam? Is his name Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah, so Adam was on earlier on, and he was going mental. He absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it.
It was. We do get quite a few guests, and we've got a team. Obviously, Jamie, me, Paul, Rob. We've got a good little team, but we do. That's what we always say. This is about Everton fans, and if you do want to have a guest appearance, let us know, and you can come on. We always try and put a good show on for you. We started topping Lucas when we was in a relegation battle. Well, we did Spaces at first to Crystal Palace, didn't we, Paul? We started with Spaces to Crystal Palace, then. Jamie started like Jamie, Paul. We all kind of started this together. Then Bournemouth, they needed Toffee Bluecast, didn't they? Because it was so negative. Like we had to keep lifting people back up. And even this season, we've had to do it again. And we called ourselves the Diamond Dogs. We had to have a Diamond Dog meeting, didn't we? We had to have a Diamond Dog meeting when we started getting bad owners and deductions.
Therapy as well. You know, especially after some of the defeats that we've had, you need to get it out early, and then
there's a problem.
Fine then, fine then. You know, it's worth doing.
Yeah, we build each other. There's always going to be surround yourself by Evertonians, because when Everton make you feel like shit, there's always going to be a Looney Tune that still feels positive, a Paul Caswell that still randomly. There's going to be someone that feels positive that's going to lift you back up, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? There's always one in the group. If you're all in bad moods, there's always going to be one that lifts you back up. I think, Jamie, you said it to me one. You wasn't feeling good one game, and you was like, no, you was confident, you was right, we did win. And I was like, yep, we did.
I'm pretty sure it was towards the end of last year when you done your walk up the beach. You were going up the steps at the beach. It was just you, and it was windy as fuck. And then we went and won that game. You were confident about it. Yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah, and you was like, I don't know why I don't know why I doubted Everton. But that's what I say. There's always a nut job. Surround yourself by loads of Evertonians, because even when some of the shit kind of moves on to everyone, doesn't it? Paul's been like it sometimes. I've been like it. Even I felt like crap. It makes you feel like shit. So sometimes one will feel down, but then someone else will pick you back up. But we've done well this season. We have done well. We have done well. I know I am freaking super positive. And we haven't even needed the unicorn. Some people will probably say now that, Dan, we're not even up, and you're saying we're up. I know it's mathematically not done yet. But do I think that we can beat Brentford? Yes. Look at that nut job. Brantwaite as well, you know. Wait, do you know Brantwaite, like chest pumping Pickford there? Brantwaite's got to stay, hasn't he?
Do you know what? Another thing you got to realise as well. This man could have gone 2 years ago if he wanted. And do you know what? After the World Cup he had or the Euros he had,
Yeah, easily.
who would have blamed him if he'd have gone to like a Chelsea or someone and been their number one? And he signed his contract extension. And do you know what? Out of everyone that gives absolutely everything whenever they're on the pitch, he's one of them. And you can tell how much it means to him after every game, after every save, after every one-on-one he comes out on top of. He fucking loves it. He's a fucking nut job. And you know what? He's our fucking nut job.
Yes.
Did you see that tweet that I did saying the Premier League are going to find Jordan Pickford because he's gone over the bollock size for the Premier League? Everyone was laughing their head off at that one. But he loves the spotlight. I think Pickford loves playing for Everton because he don't want to be at a team where he doesn't get to make saves. He loves making these saves and stuff like that. He really does.
Well, he's got plenty of hours. He's got plenty of hours.
It's one of them, though. They always say, don't you? You've got to be fucking crazy to be a goalkeeper. So
yeah, God, yeah, definitely.
I've seen a couple of Liverpool fans before this derby. They was putting up the Origi. I think it was Origi where Pickford put it into his own net in that one right at the end. A couple of them showed that video. And I thought, you know what? Thinking back to what Pickford was like then, he's improved so much, hasn't he? He has progressed so much because back then he was a bit rational and stuff like that. But I think he's a lot better now. When he has a bad game, he picks himself back up pretty quick. Pickford does now, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he made a mistake at Chelsea, but not in good
I don't want to say he's calmed down from them days because I don't think he has. I think he's got fucking more mental. But no, he's matured more as a goalkeeper, shall we say?
Yeah, that's the words.
Yeah, he's matured more as a goalkeeper. But yeah, and do you know what? Bella ciao. He's had a tough season, but once again in a crucial game at Goodison Park in front of the Gladys Street, he comes up trumps for us again. And then now, and do you know what? But that's the Dominic Calvert-Lewin that we should get week in, week out. Forget scoring, moment play and stuff like that. His biggest strength is how often he will win the ball in the air. And do you know what? We don't use that to our advantage enough. And you look at tonight, that ball was pitch perfect for him. He had no one with him. He rose above absolutely everyone and he powered it. And they said it in the first half with the header he had. Instead of heading it straight, put it back where it's come from, head it down into the ground, make it as difficult as possible for a goalkeeper to do. Does it? Fucking goal.
Yeah.
You know what, though? It just shows
around him
like...
as well, though. I'm just going to say people around him as well. Tarks and Godfrey got in the way, didn't they? And
they
just created a bit of space.
They was beast. They was beast. It
just
shows. All I was going to say is that it shows that what confidence can do. Like you could see, Calvert-Lewin said he had that mental health problem, and he'd come back this season. And this season, he'd actually been fit. Calvert-Lewin had, but he had no luck. And I think his confidence was going lower and lower and lower and lower. And everyone was saying he hasn't scored a goal. Everyone was counting how long Calvert-Lewin hadn't scored in.
Yeah.
And it was the pressure on him. I think he's putting a lot of pressure on him because he's thinking he ain't scored in this game. So he's thinking more that the record's going to go longer, that he's not going to score, than him actually breaking the scoring record. So once Calvert-Lewin did score, he said the tap's open. Me and Paul kept having a joke about it. The tap's open now. The tap's running. He's not lying. It just shows what confidence can do because he scored again, and he looks like he could score every game now, doesn't he? Now his confidence is up. He's back to the Calvert-Lewin that we wanted him to be.
Yeah. Just going back to what Paul said about Tarky and Bradwaite and everyone getting in the way, you can tell. And you know what? I know I've been Sean Dyche's best friend tonight, but I also think that you've got to give a shout out to Ian Wone and Steve Stone because we've clearly worked on that this week. Because if you've seen the way they defended set pieces, they were defending zonally. They didn't have anyone on the posts. Their defensive setup was fucking weird. And the way that obviously he's worked on it midweek and he's gone, right, who's the two brick shithouses in the team? Right, Sarky, Bramthwaite. What I want you to do is stick on Van Dijk, get in his way, and he'll get flustered and he won't be able to clear the ball. Because how often do you see a corner against Liverpool when Van Dijk's headed it away? Van Dijk, because he's fucking 6'5", you know what I mean? He towers over everyone. He didn't even get a fucking sniff tonight.
No.
He did not look himself.
DCL's goal was weird because you could see DCL sort of around level with the penalty spot, but sort of in line with the back post, and no one around him. And Alexander-Arnold was kind of in that area where he was going to be, or where he's walking to. And he's literally just walking out, but no one around him, and then just leaps and stays there for ages. Alexander-Arnold sort of stroking his back, and then kind of doesn't want to touch him anymore. And DCL just slams in it. It just seemed so easy, but I think the work from Tarks and Godfrey at the back just made it even easier.
That's what I mean. That had to have been worked on, because that's not something, because it's been Tarky winning the balls at the back post all season.
Yeah,
but that was something that it looked like it was something that we targeted, especially in the second half from our corners, and we haven't done that all season. So I will 100% put that on the coaching staff or Sean Dyche, whoever it was who's decided to concentrate on that, because they said, didn't they, that we're second in set pieces scored this season, and Liverpool conceded a number of times from set pieces this season. So we play to our strengths. We've clearly worked on that, and it's come up trumps for us because it fucking worked and they couldn't deal with it.
Dyche beat him with Burnley, and I think Dyche got it bang on today, didn't he? Dyche and his team, they fancied this. They was up for this, and they did get it bang on. I still can't believe we've actually won. I never felt more like singing the blues when Everton win and Liverpool lose. We'll have a bit of music now. We have got it tells us on YouTube there'll be a certain amount on, but then we also pay to have it on Twitter as well. And on the Toffee Bluecast Twitter, it says there's 1,180 people listening on the channel tonight. So if you can literally jump over, the link's there. Have a look. The link's there somewhere. It's on the Toffee Bluecast page, and the link's above the us live now. If you can go over, hit the like on this stream and subscribe. We go live before every game, after every game, and we'll always be here. And you can even have a guest appearance if we like you. So get involved. And,
costs nothing to subscribe, guys. I didn't realise we had that many people listening on Twitter. We do have Fozzie, Mr. Paul Foster, who is available for voiceover deals or anything as such like that. All proceeds go to the Toffee Bluecast. He does have one of the most beautiful voices you will hear, and he is available. Just contact us, toffeebluecast@outlook.com, and we'll get straight onto that for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jamie and Paul do have surprisingly good horror laughs, which we learned a bit back on the show as well.
I'm not doing that.
We did the horror laughs.
Let's not do that again.
Right, people, we won't keep you any longer. It has been an hour and 23, but it had to be a long one because we've just gone and beat Liverpool 2-0. We've won the derby. Now, we won the derby, and it stopped Liverpool from winning the Premier League. It looks to be, all being well. So this is this is one of the best derbies I think I can remember, just for the fact that they'd won the quadruple a bit back, didn't they? I'm sure they said they had the quadruple. They said. They were winning the quadruple, and then they've only gone and bodged it up. Lookman at Atlanta, Everton. Oh, it's been, what a season. Crystal Palace, they got beat by. What a way to finish the season this is being. We've still got work to do, by the way. We beat Brentford. I think that's us staying up, isn't it? I think if we beat Brentford, is that mathematically done?
12 points remaining. It's dependent on what Luton do. If Luton win, the chase is still on. If we win, the chase is still on. Luton win. Sorry, there's 12 points to play for, and we're 8 points above the relegation zone. So all we need to do is concentrate on ourselves now. I said this the other week with you, Dan.
Enjoy it.
All we really had to do was match Luton's results week in, week out for the rest of the season. We stay up. Thankfully, we've shit all over their results. So do you know what I mean? So concentrate on ourselves. Brentford's up next. I will go into that game with nothing but pure confidence after this weekend and this midweek game. And so we should. Go and play the way we played tonight. Go and play our nice, expansive football, the way we've been passing the ball around the park the last couple of games, and I can see us getting something from that game. Can we not ask them to play Neil Maupay up front, though, for them? I would appreciate that if it was possible, but obviously he won't be able to play against his parent club.
Parents he doesn't get on with. by the way.
No, we give him up.
I can't wait for another game. Can't wait for another game where it's like this.
Not long to wait.
No, we just want to get us staying up done. Enjoy our football, and let's go into this summer holiday all happy, forgetting about Everton and relaxing and waiting for next season, hoping for better things. Right, I am going to drop the banner. Jamie, I knew when you said to me, I knew I'd get you on tonight. I said, Jamie, you're coming on, we're winning. He's like, he goes, if we're losing, I'm not coming on. I'll be fuming. And I knew I wouldn't get Jamie on if we lose, because he wouldn't come on if we lost against anyone. Never mind Cop-Heights. But
it's not worth the channel.
Jamie, we're winning. I just said to him, no, we're winning. Don't worry, we're having it, and we've done it. Up the top is Paul. Look at that smile on Paul's face now as well.
I know. I can't get rid of it.
Bloody hell. Evertonian is smiling. We're going to get arrested walking around smiling tomorrow, I tell you. Out of character, that, isn't it? Up the top is everyone. Have a boss night. Cop-Heights are gobshites. I've never felt more like singing the blues than tonight when Everton win and Liverpool lose. What was the song they were singing at the end about them not winning the Premier League?
You lost the league at Goodison Park. You lost the league at Goodison Park. You lost the league.
You lost the league at Goodison Park. You lost the league at Goodison Park. Have a boss night, everyone. They lost the league tonight. Here we go. The top is mad, isn't it? Everything's just mad.
Up tempo.
I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do.
Oh, get on the stream. We'll be celebrating. I hope so. I really do.